From the park bench in the snow to all around the globe, y'all see this existential elevation. Y'all see the views changing. Y'all see the environments changing. And the highest level people see the individual that's in front of the camera consistently upgrading and changing. But you particularly are focusing on the money, and you're particularly too focused on the muscles and the result, the ends. And I'm here to make this video to remind you of one thing and one thing only. The success is not in this. This is not the success. This is the end result and the byproduct of having been and become. The muscles, the money, the prestige, the accolades, the quote-unquote status, all of these things that people seek and crave for themselves, who think that they're going to be successful by definition because of these things, fail to recognize that they will never be successful by definition because of these things, simply because these things are byproducts and secondary effects. It's about what you are, who you are, and how you conduct yourself fundamentally. Let's not get intellectual about any of this shit, because whatever you are, the reason that I am the way that I am and who I am in this world is because I keep it gutter. Now let's think about it. You think it's about in all of the lifestyle, whether that's in the condos or whatever cars I might be driving, whatever food I might be showing you that I'm eating. That's not the success. The only success is truly waking up every day and taking care of ourselves at the highest level, respecting ourselves at the highest level. And I will say again, for emphasis purpose, taking care of ourselves at the highest level. And then once that's done, we go into the world and take care of our people at that level or even higher. Whatever you why your world is yours. You can never love anything more than you can show love to yourself. You can never respect anything more than you respect yourself. You can never be anything for anyone more than you can be for yourself. It's like the simplest expression is understanding these quote unquote healers. You can't heal anybody more than you healed yourself. You can't do for people more than you could do for yourself. So once you recognize that it's truly about taking care of yourself at the highest level, right? We wake up, we keep our word. That's the greatest level of self-respect and self-preservation, self-esteem, self-image preservation, personal dignity. You motherfuckers say what you will do, when you will do it, and when it's time to do that thing, you show that you just a bitch. You bitch out. And that's your issue, because you're going to consistently corrupt your imagination. The YWY pinnacle that we've achieved at this point is to recognize that your imagination is the source of your reality. You are a direct reflection of who you imagine yourself to be, and your existential circumstances, to the very most minute exact condition, is a reflection of your imagination. The key is to live in and out of your imagination in the could-be phase. Most of you have corrupt imaginations. A corrupt imagination is an imagination that's preoccupied with things that aren't aligned with future outcomes that are desirable to the individual. Your imagination is tied up on some who, what, where, when shit. You talking about somebody or thinking about somebody or some past event. Right, and you can't imagine more than one thing at a time. You can switch between number one, number two, number three, but you can't actually concentrate and focus on imagining three different things at the same time. I mean, you can put them all in the same picture, but what does that do for you? It's about becoming more efficient and effective and actually cutting out the bullshit and having that clarity. You don't want to have things in your picture that are irrelevant to your future manifestation vision, right? So whatever you are, your world is yours. The main focus of this message I need you to take, even though I just gave you one of the highest level gems in the world, and if you're smart enough, you'd actually comprehend it, is that the success is not in having a beautiful sunrise to look at after having chosen to stand the fuck up every day in a world full of people who chose to step down and stay down every fucking day. Not about having a beautiful sunrise, a beautiful sunset, the most fly cribs. It's not about the food that we eat. You see all of these things, and I look at it from outside in, and I'm like, they think that this is success. And the more that I show the thing without telling you that these are ends, these are the ends, The true success is in focusing on having taken care of ourselves at the highest level, and then taking care of our people at the highest level. That's where the success is. That's where the esteem is. That's where the self-respect is. That's where the value is, right? Fuck success. That's where the value is. All of these things are results and byproducts of said perpetual superior conduct. So I just need everybody to understand that shit, because in a world full of people who are chasing the ends, they're chasing these ends, and these ends are dead in themselves. These are already done. It's a result. Like you'll get the car, you'll get the house, you get the, I already had the condos in New York, had the condos in Miami, did all of this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you'll realize, like, yeah, it's just an end. You could be just as depressed and unfulfilled. Fuck the word depressed. You could feel just as unfulfilled seeing this every day, living in a high-rise apartment in New York City, living in a high-rise apartment in Miami, being able to eat $500, $1,000 dinners, bro, driving Mercedes Benzes and BMWs. You could be. I'm not saying that these things necessitate, but you could have all of these things and still feel deeply unfulfilled and lacking true value and worth in yourself, because the work instills the worth. The work is where the worth is. And that's why I bring you back to the point of this message, which is that the only value, fuck success, the only value is in the fact that we wake up and take care of ourselves at the highest level, and then take that individual that we've prepared and taken care of at the highest level and deliver them to our people in order to take care of our people at the highest level. The reason that you are where you are and you're not where you could be at is because you keep holding back. The reason that you are in a lower level in life is because you're failing to give what you are ought to give. Pay attention to the fact that there's something right now that you should have given a long time ago to the world. Some project, some endeavor, some creative work that was meant to serve and benefit a great mass of people. But for some reason, your bitch ass has been lazy, procrastinating, sitting back, doubting yourself, throwing lack and scarcity on yourself, just being a fucking coward, unable to upkeep your word and follow the fuck through. We could throw all of the adjectives in the world. We could be denigrative, we could be derogatory, we could speak like a motherfucking drill sergeant. But the bottom line is, you're failing to keep your word and to deliver and fulfill on what you ought to deliver and fulfill. So when you look at what you don't have, you have to reflect on what you haven't given. And if you're honest enough, you won't be one of these individuals who are so easily confused or so quick to play stupid that they don't comprehend why they are not where they ought to be, and they are in a lesser position than they desire to be. It's because you haven't given what you've been meaning to give. And once you start to give and stop focusing on what you don't have and start focusing on what you're not giving, then you'll be living. Because most people are only focused on what the world, what the universe, they pray, they beg, they do all these fucking meditations and try to incant the universe to bypass the law of cause and effect. You fail to recognize that you're asking the world to do something for you. You're asking the source of the universe to do something for you that it can only do through you. And every time it's trying to do something through you, you project a self-limiting belief on yourself, and you limit yourself. Therefore, you limit what is supposed to be happening through you for others, for the world, to give you this reciprocity of the equivalent value exchange that would allow you to actually deserve the life that you are meant to be living, but you're choosing to be out of alignment with. Whatever you are, your world is yours. This is a superior level of comprehension. But never think that whenever we're in these serene environments, notice that I was in the motherfucking park talking about gratitude in the middle of a motherfucking blizzard in New York City by Fort Greene Projects. Don't ever forget that shit. Are you really awake right now watching this video? Are you really cognizant of the fact that time is passing you by, and people like myself are not wasting time like you are? People like myself are not being disintegratous. We're keeping our word and we're following through and we're inviting you. But you're on the other side of the screen doing what? Being who? Consider the vibrations raised. So whenever you see me, because I'm going to continue to show you what it's like to have kept your word and to get the rewards from the universe, to know what it means to truly deserve this shit. I showed up every day. Snow, rain, blizzards, fucking cold, all of that shit. Broken hand, all of that shit. Never fucking missed. Always served, always delivered. You bitched out. Now, you need to change that shit. And once you recognize that shit and get fucking honest with yourself, because so many people are so professionally fucking delusional, they're so professionally fucking delusional that they will literally walk around as if they're confused as to why they're in a unnecessarily lower position than they could and should be in. It's because you're failing to deliver on what you're supposed to deliver. You're failing to give what you're supposed to give. You're failing to even take care of yourself the way you're supposed to take care of yourself, to then go into the world and take care of other people. Because when I say I deserve this shit, it's because I served at the highest level. I served myself, and then I created and prepared this individual every fucking day, and then I deliver and I go out my way to make sure that I serve the best individual possible to the individuals that need that type of service. Your life is rooted in the service that you provide. Most of you don't deserve life because you don't serve life. You don't deserve the life that you want to live. You don't deserve that life. It's there for you to earn. It's there for you to earn. I'm not saying you're barred from it, or you're restricted from it, or that you're intrinsically blocked from it, but you haven't served in order to deserve. And all that you do have right now is a direct correspondent, factual, objective demonstration of what you truly and actually deserve. Now pay attention to your karmic ledger, because there are two types of actions. There are actions that we commit, and there are actions that we omit. The choices that you make today shape your world tomorrow. The choices that you choose to not make today also shape your world tomorrow. So think about all the choices you choose to not make, which would be to your benefit and to the benefit of everyone else. Selfish motherfucker. And then think about all the choices you do make, which are to the detriment of yourself, and therefore the detriment to everyone else, because now you're a self-compromising individual. You show up as a liability. You are no longer an asset. And when you introduce an individual who is a self-compromising individual, who is a liability to a group of people, you increase the degree of liability for those people. When you don't add value to value, you devalue value. So if you devalue yourself and lower your own value, and you introduce yourself to value, you pollute that value. Consider the vibrations raised. So every time you see me in any material circumstance that I earned and fully well deserved, and I have no fucking weird self-esteem issues about that shit, you're never gonna gaslight me into feeling guilty for the shit you didn't earn and things you don't deserve. No, you have the full opportunity to earn everything that you want to earn. But you have to serve everything that you're not serving. You have to give everything you're not giving before you ever reflect on the idea of the things that you don't have and what you're not getting. So as you see all of this shit and you consistently see the blessings, the deservings, the rewards come into my life, I'm only showing you this because it's directly aligned and directly related to the conduct, to the behavior, to the quality of being that an individual is. So, don't even incentivize yourself as wanting to obtain these things. Only incentivize yourself with having earned your self-respect every day, and really valuing and esteeming yourself on the fact that you keep your word. You take care of yourself as you should at the highest level, and you prepare someone, an offering to your people, and take care of your people at the highest level. I hate when people ask me for money. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. I hate when people ask me for money, because it's like you're asking the world to give you value instead of thinking about giving the world value. You're asking me to give you value instead of you taking that same second, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, iotas of energy, and using your thought apparatus to think about ways to be valuable to the world. Don't ever fall for the pity party. You could have used them same 5 seconds in that same breath where you asked me for money and put your hand out and asked me to give you value, to go and be valuable to other people. So I don't fall for the bullshit. Consider the vibrations raised. Evolution only solution, self-mastery only success. Self-mastery only success. The goal is to be a superior servant, not just to serve yourself, but to serve everything and everyone else. Success is not about how many people can serve you. Success is about how many people you can serve and how well you can serve these people. Right. I'm spending money in restaurants. I could get people to bring me food, prepare my food, high quality food, people deliver the food. I could pay people to live in their buildings, which cost them developers money, millions of dollars to, right. There's a reason that certain condos with amenities cost a certain amount of money, because there's time and labor that went into producing those materials to give you that experience. So you could pay somebody to live in their building. You could pay somebody for their preparation of food. You could pay somebody for the preparation of their clothes. You could pay people to serve you, but that's not where the success truly is. That's not where the value truly is. The value is in how many people you can serve. And then once you're done serving, you can take breaks and enjoy your beautiful ass life. That's the key. What if you want your religion? This is not it. This is the in-between. For having served, I get to now, in between service, enjoy a better quality and standard of life, because I've given people and helped people achieve a better quality and standard of life. Consider the vibrations raised. It's not fucking rocket science. It's basic, simple comprehension. Peace.